Hi, this is David Haslett, and this video is about how to make a train with one-point perspective, but I'm actually not quite sure what to call this kind of perspective. It's one point, but it's like having multiple one points on the same horizon. Let me show you what we're looking at here. Okay, so here you have it. This is a picture of this train bending around. It's as if you're in one of the train cars and you're just looking back, and this is your view as the train is rounding a corner. Here and here and here, these are different dots, these vanishing points that I have on the horizon. I'm treating each of these like a one-point perspective drawing, but since I have multiple ones and each one is connected to a train car, that's how this works. So I'm going to show you how we're doing this. To set it up, what you need to have is a horizon line and these multiple dots. And the best way I found to do this is to make sure that they get about twice as wide as the previous one, depending on how many train cars you want to go for. So as I'm setting this up, I'm going to go for this horizon line over here. And then every time I have one of these dots, I'm going to follow it with one of these verticals. And so you'll see, take this train car right here. If I follow these sides, it goes to one of these vanishing points. So this train car goes to this vanishing point, this one to this one, this one to this one, and I can keep going from there. This last one goes to the far one on the left. So let's do it. Here we go. I'll start off with the horizon. Remember, this is also eye level. I'm going to do a small dot in the middle. I'm going to move about an inch or a couple centimeters over here to the left. Do another one. I'm going to take that measurement. Here I can measure with the tip of my pencil and my thumb. We're just going for approximates. 1, 2, and I can go for another one right there. And you know what? I'm going to go for a half as wide here. I'm going to take that distance. I'm going to close half. I'm going to go like that. That way, just like I had mentioned before, it's about twice the distance for each of these. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some of these vertical lines, and then from there I'm going to use these vanishing points to help tell where the top and the bottom of these train cars are. So I'm going to put one over here about to the left, about an inch, a couple centimeters to the left of this vanishing point. I'm going to put one in the middle of these. And how wide do these go? I may have to modify this a little bit. And I've got some room for it with where the wheels are. I'm going to go somewhere in between. There's probably a method for exactly how high these should be. I haven't found it yet. Maybe if you do, you could share it with me. There's always more to learn. But here I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It's like when you have a road going off into the distance for cars to drive on. How wide apart do you make those little dashes? You just need more as you get closer to the horizon, but exactly how many? It's an exponential rate. But what exactly is it? I don't know yet. So again, if you know, please let me know. Let's start on the left side here. I've got this vanishing point, and I've got the top and the bottom of that vertical. So I'm lining up that ruler to the vanishing point. And this is going to be a really close train car. I like how this is looking so far. Okay, so this vanishing point is done. I'm going to move to the next one. Here, you know what? Here's a method. I know that the top of this train car is going to be about the same from train car to train car, unless I make different kinds. So this is really a placeholder. This is going to be the edge of my train car, but I need to start basically here. So I've used this one. I'm going to use this one next. And I go as far as I can to that placeholder. This is going to work great. Now, still tell me if you find a good way to do it, but I think this is going to work fine. 1, 2 cars done. Here's my next one. I'm going to go from the top of the previous car. This is looking great. What I really like about 2-point perspective and 1 point, even 3, there's always more to learn. And you just follow these different rules that we learn from other people, and we just put them together in different combinations. It's kind of like math, really. And new things can come up from old rules, new combinations and new scenarios. This is good stuff. So here are my train cars. I need to make them a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to go for some passenger train cars. I'm going to start on this one because it's more in the middle. I'm going to refine which vanishing point I'm using, and I'm going to just treat it like a window on the side. So the bottom and the top. Well, remember with 1-point perspective, for depth, you just do horizontals. So here I'm going to line up my ruler right over here. I'm going to do a little bit of a horizontal for the depth of that window. Trains are very thick, so I'm not going to have too much there, but I'll have some just so we can see how thick that's going to be. And that gives one really long window. Now I think I'll have some ways to interrupt that big space here. So I'm just doing a couple of verticals as it's going over this way, and I've got some windows. Those aren't exactly vertical, so I'll have to fix those in a little bit. But let's go for the wheels here first. I need a little bit of a space underneath because the wheels are underneath the main carriage. So if I have this as a baseline, I'm going to scoot in a little bit to the left and use that as the base of where to put some of those wheels. For them, I'm going to treat it like an archway. So I'm going to delineate where that square goes. Then I'm going to cross the corners, put a vertical through the middle, and another line. This is going to be depth. This is going to go to the vanishing point. So curving up a little bit. Middle to top to middle. I'm going to go a circle just like that. These are going to have a little bit of depth, so that's where the horizontals come in. But that's how you would finish these wheels. I've already found the middle, so I could put the end of the axle. That's how you go for those main details. I could spend a lot of time doing this, but I've already spent some time on this one. I'll put that back up. This was the go-to. You can do cliffs on the side, breaking down. This doesn't have much value, that shading, yet. But I could do some more of that here. And I can leave some sections for clouds. Those white clouds, maybe over the mountains. Probably fading a little bit darker as I go higher because that's what happens to our blue skies when we see them. There's a person in the train. Having fun, reading a book. Anyway, that's how you have it. A train bending around a corner with perspective. Maybe you could call it multiple 1-point perspective. Anyway, thanks for watching.